The man, Tinubu, with due respect, came from the street. He didn't come from the barrack. Adewole Adebayo says. So because he came from the street, he does not understand policies. He does not understand the game of powers and the game of military might. That is it. He's not disciplined to war. He has no war experience. I'm sure there are a lot of things that's making this man Adebayo to say what he's saying. He said with due respect anyway. Okay, the man Tinubu came from the street and not from the barracks, and so there are a lot of things actually he does not know about war, about international relations, about anything that has to do with military power. And I'm sure there is more this man has to say, so let's hear from him. Prince Adewole Adebayo, okay, the Social Democratic Party nominee for president in the February 25 election, criticized last week's protest by the Nigerian Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress over President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's removal of the gasoline subsidy as being pointless. This, he claimed, was the result of Nigerians being aware of Tinubu's campaign vow to remove fuel subsidies if he were elected president and choosing to vote for him anyhow. So in this interview, he discusses a variety of topics, including the protest, the president's proposed consolation prizes for Nigerians, his pledge to open the Port Harcourt refinery by December, the Dangote refinery, and the Senate's scrutiny of ministerial nominees. Would you feel it is good for the country? Because unlike before, Labour had direct communication with President Tinubu regarding the protest. Do you believe that the populace should have faith in both the government and the Labour? Every government has a unique approach or way of communicating with or engaging to stakeholders. Now, some might be doing it while watching television. Some might be performing it at the most advanced or intermediate levels. Some people engage continuously without involving stakeholders and soliciting feedback. You cannot rule in a democratic setting. One approach to doing it is what the government has done. That is Tinubu's fashion. You are aware that, with all due respect, the man Tinubu did not come from the barracks, but rather from the street. So what is that supposed to mean? Okay, so does it mean that because he came from the street, he understands the sufferings of Nigeria? I don't believe that. Okay, I don't believe that. So this man has not made any point here. So is he trying to say that the Labour shouldn't have gone on protest, or that Tinubu is right for what he has done? Coming from the street, does it mean Tinubu understands the pain of Nigerians? He does not understand the pain of Nigerians. He knows, he understands anyway, but he does not have a feeling for any Nigerian. He's so selfish that he does not care about what happens to Nigerians when he makes his decisions. That is the truth. So this Prince Adewole Adebayo, let me not believe that. Let me not believe what is in my mind, that probably this man is seeking indirect relevance from Tinubu's administration, because he's trying to applaud Tinubu for taking the action to remove fuel subsidy and all of that. But the fact remains that Tinubu made a very wrong move, because you don't remove a subsidy when you have no what do I call it, a mitigative action in place. You don't remove a subsidy when you don't have a plan to cushion the effect, when you don't have anything in place to manage the ripple effect of the removal. That's what we're saying here. So Prince Adewole just sounded very vague here in his comment, because he has not actually made a point. He has not concluded his point to make sense to Nigerians. You are trying to praise Tinubu, you are trying to say that Labour should not be trusted, or are you saying that Tinubu knows what he's doing? You should come out clear, then we understand where you are coming from. The fact remains that Tinubu's government is clueless. Tinubu's government is just acting with impunity, taking Nigerians for granted, taking that there's nothing Nigerians can do. And that is exactly what this Tinubu is doing with respect to this fuel subsidies removal, with respect to his interface with the NLC. The federal government has always taken labor union for granted all along because they've got all the powers in their hands, so they think they can undo. But I just hope that sometime near or later or sooner or later, we'll have a labor union that can really hold this government to ransom, because this government, in fact, almost all the regimes they don't have respect for rule of law, and they don't have really respect for the working class of the nation. Okay, so Tinubu obviously has been acting with impunity right from day one that he started. That he started his administration. That is the thing about his government. So Prince Adewole need to understand. So from selling weed to becoming president, Abi. Yeah, so if Tinubu came from the street and not from the barracks, obviously it's from selling weed to becoming president. That is the truth. That is the truth. So Tinubu actually is, and that is why he's employing Agbero and Togri method to rule Nigeria. He does not have a diplomatic approach to anything at all. He does not understand administration, does not understand diplomacy, does not understand any constructive or a constructive way of dealing with issues. He does not understand critical thinking and problem solving skills at all. He doesn't have it. Somebody say, know your way, not because Tinubu know his way. Which way? Crooked way. That is the truth. The way Tinubu know is the crooked way. It doesn't make sense. Somebody say, the British handed Nigeria over to some imperial lord, and the secret of their subsisting indirect rule in Nigeria is by enthroning incompetent leaders. Exactly. And that is exactly what is happening. That is clear enough. You need brain check fast. But that is on point. What he has said, what that guy said is on point. This SDP presidential candidate is just a mere tribalist. Exactly. No wonder it was rumored that he was holding on for Tinubu in case Tinubu does not get the APC slot. I am surprised he has not been given a post like Wike. He is so full of hate for the obedience, and he does not hide it, though he does it pretentiously. Exactly. He has showed as a tribal by God from his comment. He cannot come out openly to say he's in support of Tinubu, and is also trying to accuse Labour Party of taking side. And I know that the key problem they have, especially the Yorubas in APC, is that since the current NLC chairman is an Igbo man, they are trying to tie him to Labour Party and to obedient, and that is the truth. Okay, even though Joe Ajaero is in support of Labour Party because he has come out to say that Labour Party is an offshoot of NLC because it belongs to the Labour sector. The fact remains that the man is saying the truth, but they won't. They are tied. The Yoruba bagos will not listen until things get out of hand. So the direct engagement approach is a typical street people's approach, Abby. You talk with the people face to face and not by hiding behind the barrel of guns. Exactly. So the thing here is that this priest, or whatever he calls himself, Prince Adewole Adebayo of SDP, is just a tribal bigot trying to seek relevance with Tinubu's government. That is it. He's so obviously going to be like Wike staying in PDP and working for APC. He's so probably in SDP and also working for APC. So let him go and ask for a position. Come out clear and say what you have to say, and don't try to play tribal bigotry from the background or from the back end. So thank you for listening. That is what Prince Adewole is saying. And let's have a comment for that, or share it.